Andrew Haug here for AndrewHaug.com, Australia's only dedicated 24/7 rock metal radio station. Finally, they are here at SOUNDWAVE 2013. The mighty DRAGONFORCE. We do have Hermin and Mark from the band here with us now. G'day, lads. Welcome back to Australia, and finally back
Hello.
on the bill for SOUNDWAVE after the cancellation last year. And it's good to have you back. How's it been going?
Yeah, it's been very good. Actually, we finished the Sidewaves shows. That was fun too. So that was good. You know, we weren't going to get away with just come to the country, you know, travel that far and just play like 5 songs and get out of there. You know, so we had two headline shows that were fun.
Yep. Now, Mark, obviously you're sort of the newbie for the band. Fill us in on how you're fitting in, and I guess maybe even take us back to when you got that phone call to say, dude, you're in the band.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. If I give you the whole story, it was kind of weird actually, because Hermin and the rest of the guys were advertising for a singer on the internet, and I did my first auditions through YouTube.
Yeah, we've seen those.
Yeah, you have. Oh, cool. So yeah, I sent in 3 videos of myself doing different songs, did rehearsals with them, practiced some album recordings, that kind of stuff. And I can't even remember when it was now. Basically 2 years ago, they gave me the job finally.
Yep.
And since then, it's just been crazy. I've been touring, recording the album, The Power Within, and then finally coming to Australia for the first time, which is really cool for me because I've never been here, you know, as a holiday or anything. So It's awesome to be here for the first time doing shows.
Well, tell us about your very first live show. I believe it was opening for Maiden. I mean, talk about thrown in the deep end.
Yeah, trial by fire. That was a scary one for me for sure. I think Hermin gave me about 3 months' notice before that, so that was 3 months of me just being incredibly nervous and practicing. But yeah, no, the show itself was actually really good, and the Maiden fans took to us as a band pretty well, because I heard that the Maiden fans can be quite brutal to the support acts. And it went really well actually, even though it was extremely scary.
And I mean, like I said, being thrown into a world-class band now, I mean, have there been some really eye-opening moments where you've just gone, geez, this is actually really happening, and going from where you once were to what you're doing now, how have you sort of dealt with the sort of the contrast change?
To be honest, the eye-opening moments, I'd say one of the biggest ones was Loud Park Festival that we did last year. Sorry, it was last year. Yeah, of course it was. And that was the biggest crowd I think I've ever seen. Like even if I'm watching other bands, that was still bigger than those ones. So that was crazy. But in terms of adjusting to it, it's one of those things where I guess I don't really know. I can't really say how it felt because it just kind of happened.
Yep.
And slowly but surely, little by little, just kind of getting used to the lifestyle and all the kind of attention, and the drink.
Well, let's move over to you, Hermin. Tell us a bit about that TV show that you were on. I haven't seen the episode yet, but it was the How to Be Epic at Everything. It was just regarding your playing.
I haven't seen it either. Yeah, because I wasn't in London. I filmed it in London, but I was staying in Los Angeles when they were broadcasting it.
Okay.
So because it's on the children BBC channel, I'm kind of a bit too old to watch, children channel.
Course.
But I was basically, going through like basic of guitars and, try to inspire young generation to pick up the guitar. That's what it's about. So, do little tricks and things like that. Yeah.
Well, the next question was, you've inspired legions of players, and even when you look on YouTube now, it's just some of the players are ridiculous. Do you find that, the skill is completely tremendous, but do you find somewhere along the line some of these sort of up-and-coming, kids that are learning this stuff are getting a little bit lost in the whole idea of writing songs as opposed to I'm faster than you or I can play more notes than you? I mean, have you found that you've sort of changed a little bit of that over your time progressing as a musician, when of course starting out would have been just fretboard frenzy?
It's really hard to say. There's so many people doing different things out there. I mean, I try to say in interviews and explain that, it's great to do all this shredding and stuff, but it's not the only thing. You really have to learn the basics.
Yeah.
The basics, and there's a lot of questions, and this is really a long kind of answer and an ongoing kind of thing, about music. I mean, it's definitely great that we're able to inspire people, to pick up the guitar, because when I was learning to play the guitar, for me, there was like the new metal and the grunge time. And it's very difficult for me to see anything in the mainstream, at least in the music that your friends listen to, I would go, oh, I like what my friends listen, that's going to inspire me to play. All that grunge generation, all that new metal stuff, I didn't listen to any of that stuff, So it's really difficult for me. I had to basically go underground and find the CDs and the albums that no one around me listened to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you sort of went backwards to that, I mean, were you surprised when all of a sudden people started to care about, guitar shred again? You're seeing TV commercials with people just rocking out on guitar, and it's almost like it's cool again kind of deal. I mean, were you surprised that it has come back to the front now in some way?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised because apparently now it's cool to play guitar solos. When the DRAGONFORCE started, it's the most uncool thing. People said we were losers, why are you playing this kind of thing? And we don't really care anyway, because if we cared, we wouldn't be doing this kind of music. After all, you have to go against what people are doing and do what you want to do. It's pretty bizarre. I mean, look, we're on TV commercial, in the Capital One thing, It's, So I mean, one thing about that one of the reasons we did it, apart from, I thought the script was cool and we get to do whatever we want in the music, was we got to take it to another level. We can take this music to show the world, on the mainstream level, so it's really kind of like, I like so many kind of that kind of music, but I haven't seen that kind of stuff, reach that level sometimes in terms of, commercial to show the audience.
Now, talk about up-and-coming music for the band. Obviously, The Power Within's been out for a while. Again, how are you sort of contributing, Mark, to more songwriting now? You feeling like you've kind of got your foot in the door, or is it it's all Hermin?
To be honest, we've distributed a lot of stuff amongst the band. Like, we're all writing lyrics and stuff like that. And then when it comes to vocal melodies, it's always a case of me and Sam working together on what sounds better and what fits my range better, that sort of thing. But I mean, generally speaking, the songwriting methods have stayed the same, I think.
Well, what we can get you to do is say a couple of final words to the masses out there, of course, here on andrewhaug.com. It's the only 24/7 rock metal radio station in Australia, and Australia certainly is a very special place for DRAGONFORCE because you've been here a few times now. A couple of words to the fans.
Well, I guess, we actually really appreciate the huge crowd that we've seen at SOUNDWAVE come and see us. It's been a few years and, it's great. To be honest, we never actually expected it. We came here, so okay, it's been a few years now. Probably people moved on. Some bands get bigger, some bands get smaller because you haven't released an album, and people, taste change throughout the years, especially young generation. 1 minute they're into that, and 1 minute into something else. A lot of people like that. They still try to discover the music they like, and I guess everybody in the band was expecting to come on stage and see maybe a few people there in the front and scattered around, but it's completely full all the way, front to the back. So, really a big thank you to our fans here.
Yeah, same thing from me. This is my first time in Australia, and I'm so impressed by the Australian fans and the amount of people at the shows. So, thank you.
Awesome. Now we can get you both of you guys to fight over your favourite DRAGONFORCE track. Could be from any record.
You have one?
I like all of them.
Pick one.
Oh, it's Fred.
Well, let's pick something different. Let's do The Last Man Stands.
Is that your favourite?
I don't know, why not?
Yeah, fair enough. I guess I should probably pick one that's on the new album, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Actually, Wings of Liberty for me is my favourite song.
Well, thanks again, fellas.
Thank you.
Cool.